We have just done a little walk today from the Gilmore Hill Halls down the River Kelvin walkway to an old mill site next to the River Kelvin, and we're looking at an installation by Nick Miller and Minty Donald. I used to live around this area, but I don't live here now, so it's been a number of years that I've been away from here, so I guess I was kind of relearning some roots that I've maybe forgotten about somewhere. It feels like there's a desire to be looking at the interconnectedness of the world, and I think there's something that's quite I guess new about it. It feels like there's people working in different ways to try and understand things in a different sort of way, and I think that's valuable, and I feel like it's not something that's every day, so it feels like it's important to come and support it as well.
This is a part of Glasgow's heritage which I've never seen before. It's closed off to the public. What I liked was the idea of a different future which I'd never really thought about. There's obviously the basic one of just like building flats, which is pretty obvious, and then somebody has come up with the idea of a heritage museum, which again sounds brilliant, but Ruth was talking about a third option, which is there is still open public space, but harnessing the heritage aspect of it along with the natural aspect of it, which I'd never thought about, and I thought that was really interesting. It just gets people thinking, which often doesn't happen. Plans are often presented as a fait accompli by councils, and people just accept this idea of just generally just thinking, trying to think more about what could happen to a place.
It first of all was 3 separate talks about animal histories, and then a very interesting film about Battleship Island. I liked that it was cross-discipline, so it wasn't just necessarily geography or art, or there were many different factors and that you could ask questions. I possibly now feel like geography as an area crosses over with humanities more than I might have thought.
We took water from the River Kelvin at the university site and did a woodland walk, and during the walk we returned the water back to the river and thanked it for us borrowing it. I like the way that it gives you space and time to think about your environment. It makes you think of certain things, the way that water carries. I love the idea that water carries things like thought bubbles, these wee bubbles on top of the surface, and the way that it carries them down the river. I love that sort of thing. But it also, it's not just about thought, but it's about feeling, and giving you space to feel and react, and to just think about how the environment's affecting you.
I've learnt about a different perspective on walking, which is something that I am writing about and something that I use in my artistic practice. So, and I've had the opposite experience of having a disability where it's been difficult to sit down and having to walk to accommodate that and find places I can stand. So it's really interesting hearing the opposite end where you have to sit. I guess it's just sort of shown me some of the different strands that are going on within geography, because I haven't really had access to that because of being in a sound art department. And I think it's great that there's something that is engaging with the outside world, like properly through how you take in the information that's on offer. So that's really different.
Lectures, walking tour, performance, self-guided audio tour of a park, a performance piece involving, 7 people of different ages, from 9 through to 60. I think maybe just having such disparate sort of practices presented to me in one day under one umbrella, it made me think about the different ways, or the relevance of like an artistic medium for an idea as opposed to something more academic, or like a presentation, or just the different ways of thinking about the same sort of themes, I guess. It's made me appreciate the breadth and variety of just the ways in which research can be conducted and carried out.